Hi. Okay. So earlier I did a video. Hi, Demitra. Hi. So earlier I did a video that I gotta upload. My uploads be taking like hours to upload, like a 20-minute video. So, anyways, there's like two videos that I gotta upload that I was talking about the goddess, God slash goddess Mitra, Mitra, and then Mitra, 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 Mitra. People are probably saying it the same way, but I'm trying to change the accent of it. But basically those letters are in my well, that name is in my name also, like the spelling of it. Like my name is Demitra, and then that name is Mitra, Demitra. So, and that's a god slash goddess. Google that. I basically was just showing screenshots of the information from that, and the basically I was doing that because of the connection of my name to different things and stuff like that. So I doing that video, it's like 5 parts to it. So doing that video, I actually was it one of the qualities, or one of the, how can I say it, the things that this goddess possess, like is in charge of, or that is affiliated with, associated with, one of the many things that this goddess is associated with is friendship. So that's what I'm going to be really talking about today. I need to write that down so when I go, because I know I'm gonna go off topic where everything is connected, but I know I'm gonna go off another path to the point, like that rabbit hole. Like you say a keyword, and then that keyword got you thinking about something else, and then that keyword got you thinking about something else, and you just go down that rabbit hole, and it's just like, what the heck? And then now you got to find another connection that will bring you up, that will have you remembering or end up where you started from. You know what I mean? It'll be like, oh, okay, and then you can see the connections. Like, oh, I ended up right where I started, but I know more things now. So, you know, on to the next one. But, oh my goodness, I have to stretch. Man, I need a massage, a professional massage. Okay. I see myself, I see the shirt I have on, I see it's white. But I still had to look down to be like, wait, making sure I got a shirt on, but I'm like, duh, I see the shirt. I don't know. It's maybe, I don't know. My boobs be feeling, but I'm good. What about to say? So I'm gonna get into the video. Like, this is weird because I haven't did like a mobile live in like, I don't know, in a while. So this is like really weird. It seemed like, oh, I'm about to take a selfie or something. So I don't know. And then I'm holding the phone. My arm hopefully don't get too tired, but I can't set it up on this pillow. So yeah. But alright, is there anything else I want to say before I get into friendship? No, nothing. Let me put this phone. Oh, look a little dark. And it's a gloomy day. The sun, you know what? I know this is before I get into the topic. So I know the topic is friendship. Okay, I still ain't write that down. I got pen and paper like right here. I still ain't even write it down yet. But friendship, okay. So, but it was a gloomy day. Like Well, it is right now, but it's fine. It's fine because it, a couple of hours ago, I'm gonna say 11:30ish, 11:30ish, it was pouring down, raining, like coming down, like raining. So, but and you can see like the end of the clouds, like a great cloud, and you can see like the end of it. So it'll coming or going, like that kind of thing. So it's going to be, ending soon. That it's not going to be all day like that patch. It's not going to be like the whole day because you can see it, where it's going to end at. So, anyways, so the past couple of days, the weather in the morning time. I'm talking about like in the morning time. So around, just say in the morning time, around the time when a lot of the schools, when a lot of the kids be leaving out to go to school and whatever, whatever, that kind of time. So like early in the morning time. So it's been raining, raining, pouring down, raining, pouring down, raining, pouring down, rain. So, and that's for the past couple of days. So I'm just like, man, kids got to walk in the rain, kids got to stand outside in the rain. Like that's like, ugh, you know, like, like that's fine. Like I get it. If that's the case, that's fine. But I just be thinking like, make sure they like cover, like they they don't feel uncomfortable. Like, oof, man, because I know for me even now, like if I'm outside and if my clothes, like if it gets wet to, it can get wet, fine, whatever. But if it gets like to a point where it's like drenching, like just so like I don't know, like uncomfortable, my clothes, like my shirt, my pants, shoes, socks, something that gets uncomfortable, and I'm not at home and I'm just like at school or at work or over somebody's house or just somewhere, but I'm not like at my own place. I'm out or even just at a store or something. And then once it get like being uncomfortable and wet, it's like I just just thinking about it, I'm like, you can't really. But I know for me, let me just speak on me. For me, I really, I mean, I can still focus, but my focus is like, oh, like I don't want to focus. I'm thinking about just taking off the clothes. So, but whatever thing that I'm supposed to be doing at that time while I'm there, if I'm just here to, whatever, wherever I'm at, if I'm grocery shopping, if at the store, over somebody's house, at school, at work, whatever, I just know like, okay, whatever task I'm doing, I know how to do it. Excuse me, I know how to do it. I'm good. Okay, I'm good. But I'm still like, man, I want to take these freaking clothes off. Like, ooh, well, what if I just take off a sock? If I take off a sock because my socks is wet and I got some paper towels, I can put, like you still thinking, you still, doing what you doing, but on the side of your mind, you like thinking about just how to take these clothes off or what can you do to, I don't know, get back comfortable, like get something, if you got to take, if you got I don't know, two shirts on, two or three shirts on, and then the top one is wet, so you just like, all right, I know I got to take this one off. Cool, but say you already took it off when you came in, so now you got your basic shirt on, and then another shirt underneath of it, and you like the other shirt underneath of it. They might not be too wet. Is that appropriate? Yeah, it's like a long sleeve shirt. It's dry. It's this and that. Yeah, that, So you like, all right, but you thinking, you planning, like, all right, I mean, that's what I do. I'm like, shoot. It's like I said, you still doing what you doing, but you at the same time. I know I'm at the same time, like, just like, let me think of time when I was in school, when I was just like, um, the times when, oh my goodness, the times when I was in school, when I was like, embarrassed, like me myself, like feeling like, oh, this is like embarrassing. That was dealing with period blood, like that was dealing with menstruation. them times when the yeah, and I'm like, mm. Anyways, getting back to this weather real quick because it seemed like the clouds coming back around. So the past 2 days, pouring down, raining. So then this morning, woke up. The birds always be chirping anyway, but the birds was like extra chirpying. And then the sun was bright and the sun was out. I mean, you can tell, it was sunny outside. So I'm like, all right, no rain today, cool. And mind you, I would say I do check the weather, like for the week. Click on it, the temperature, the current temperature, and then like you can go down and see like the rest of the 7 day. So I do that maybe like a couple of times throughout the day, like I don't know, 3, 4 times, whatever, just throughout the day. But it always changes anyway, so it's not like that's why I be checking because I'm like, I know it's going to change. I know it's going to change, and it be changing. So I'm just like, so that's why I'll be like, let me just look at the weather, like whatever the day is, I'll check it that particular time, right now time, and be like, all right, that's what it is. Like I don't go for 3 days ago they said today was going to be this day. The weather was going to be this. Like no, good to know, but I know when that day come, that whole thing can just change up. So I tend to look at the weather, the day of, to really like, okay, and then I can actually see it and feel it. Like I can be like, okay, I know I can feel. Oh, look at little birdie. Had a little orange. I don't know what kind of bird it was, but it was like brown and orange. A little orange underneath the brownish feathers, and it was going. The feathers how they go doop 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 doop. But anyways, I yeah. So anyway, so the weather today was sunny, whatever, whatever. So basically, it I didn't check it. I didn't check it, and I was just thinking about the time that my son be coming home because he ain't take no umbrella today, and it's just like ugh. I was like, "Do you want to take it?" And I was like, "I ain't checked the weather, so I don't know what it is." And then it was sunny outside, during this time. So I was like, "Did you check it?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "You want to take the umbrella?" No. All right. Let me see you later. And then so around 11:30 ish, when I looked outside and seen all that rain, just like, I'm like, hmm, that boy don't have no umbrella, and I'm like, I don't want him to get soaked, but I'm like, it could ease up, or and not even checked it, and it says it's going to be raining like throughout that whole time, like yeah, like during that time. So I'm just like, but then it also said when I checked it that it was going to be raining at this time right now. Like it was going to be doing something. It wasn't going to let up. I mean, it probably was going to let up some, but it wasn't going to stop. But I mean, it's not raining now, so like I said, it changed up. But what else I want to talk about? Oh yeah, but anyway, let me go back to, or let me start talking about what this topic of the video is friendships. Okay, yay! I can hear like the little balloons and stuff going off, and when you blow it, going up and seeing them around my head like this. Yay! We talking about it. All right. Okay, so friendships. Okay, so for me, okay, I mean, I'm gonna talk about when I was a kid, currently, and future. I don't know. Everything might just be bundled up, but I'm gonna say what I gotta say about friendships. For me and what I see. Yeah, for me and what I see. Okay, so friendships. Oh my goodness. It's it is funny because like I'm smiling and I'm happy just hearing the word or saying the word because when I think of friendships like Care Bears, I see Care Bears like, you know, I see Care Bears and I remember when I was a little girl, I used to watch the Care Bears and Care Bears, they was loving, always like to hug, they happy, they so bubbly, they calm, they patient, they different colors, they work together. And it's like I think at every episode they do have to come together to make like a rainbow path or something to solve whatever the episode was about. I believe that's what it do. But I know they have to come together. I know that much, you know. So and I just like how each of them was different. But I don't know, like the different names, the different feelings. But it's like, oh no, it was like friends, and it was like, yeah. And I forgot what they say at the end. I think it's something, a quote or something they always say at the end, but Care Bear or something. So that's how I grew up with friendship. That was like how I was like, ooh, have friends, how you supposed to feel when you have friends. Like everybody is different, but like we come together to, solve something, something good, something like that. But I just felt like, okay, I'm the only me, I'm the only Demitra. So I know like everybody else that I meet would not be me, like go out the house and see different people, different kids, of course. So that's the difference of it. Like, okay, everybody different. We all look different. A boy, girl, we all different. So, yeah, and I'm trying to think, did I have like friendships like that? I'm just scanning through. And I would say this, the people, I'm going to say females, that any of the females that I did hang out with throughout, I ain't going to say my childhood, I'm going to say middle school. Yeah, I'm going to just say middle school. Any females that I would hang out with middle school through high school, say the teenage years, middle school through high school, those were like my sister. I have a sister that's a year older than me. Those were her friends. So her friends or her people that she hung out with, I mean, I guess they were her friends, whatever. I'm going to just use that, just say that to keep it simple. Her friends were like, they wasn't my friends, but they were just like associates. Like I was their associate, there was my associate. So it was like no kind of friendship with her friends, like they knew me, I knew them. They knew me from my sister, you know, like hi, and that was it. Well, I didn't talk to them, you know, we were cool, but there wasn't like friends. Now, I had, and see, the friendship, and I did have some friends throughout, see, that was no, that was middle school. Thomas Johnson, yeah, that was middle school. Okay, yeah, so I did have some friends, back in the day when I was growing up, when I would say, yes, that's my friend, she's my friend, she's my friend. Yes, I did say them. I did say them. I did say that. It was yeah, middle school, I had a friend. Um, I'm trying to think. I see her name. Yeah, I see her name. Her mom name is similar to my older sister name, or my older sister name is similar to her mother's name. And I remember when me and her we was walking to school one day or something. Yeah, we was walking to school or walking from school. I don't know. We was walking, and she was saying that that her parents, something about her parents, her mom and her dad, something mom and dad, something good. It wasn't nothing bad. It was just like, yeah, my mom and dad, they gonna go out of town for the weekend, and we got to stay with my grandparents. I don't know what she was saying, but she was saying mom and dad like in the household. Yeah, like my mom came in the house, and then this and that, and then my dad he started cooking, and then this and that, and it, like something about parents together. So I'm walking, so she telling me the story, what's going on, or something. Like I said, it wasn't nothing bad. It was just like something that happened. I don't know. But I was hearing like your parents together. I was looking at her and I was like, your parents are together. Like, yeah, they married. Like, she was like, yeah. I mean, I was like, that was, and this is in middle school. This is at Thomas Johnson Middle School when we used to live on um, Whitfield Chapel Road. We used to live on Whitfield Chapel Road. Oh yeah, I went to Thomas Johnson Middle School. That was the eighth grade. Yeah, that was the eighth grade. Man, females did not like me. And I tell you, oh my, I stuck to myself. If this girl who I'm talking about, her, and was it just her? No, no, because I was in cheerleader. So it was like, but they, I mean, yeah, I consider them friends, but we wasn't, man. See, people see friends in different things. I know I do. I know I do, but I'm gonna say to keep it simple, I did have some female friends in middle school. I did have some female friends in middle school that I would call them at that time. Looking back, being in eighth grade, I'll, be like, yeah, that's my friend. Yeah, she's my friend. Like, I can literally say, like, yeah, we were friends back in middle school. I can say that. Like I said, I did have some female friends. But when this girl was telling me about her parents together, I was shocked because I was like how do I feel? Like even was asking her like how do you feel? Like like I kid you not. She was looking at me like what? And at first it seemed like she brushed it off like yeah my parents are married, okay, and like kept going with whatever she's talking about. But I was just like wait, like how do you feel? How does that feel? Like, oh my goodness, your parents, they still married, they married, they live in the same house, you know. That's what she was like, looking at me like, okay, you a bit weird. Because I was just like shocked because I didn't, I mean, I'm thinking parents was, I mean, of course you see, I watch movies, when parents, are together, the couples and stuff like that. And I watch plenty of movies when the parents aren't together. So it's like I don't know. It's like I don't know. I really can't remember what I was really focusing on the TV about parents being together. Of course, it was like the Cosby Show when the parents together they married, and then of course it was like Full House when the mom out the house, something happened to her, so the dad have the kids, and it's Family Matters, the couples together, it's living single, nobody have kids, so they just living single. So I don't even know why I threw that in there, but yeah, that's what the parents was living single. But what other shows? Alf, the parents together. This show called Vicky, the parents together. Different Strokes, Good Times. I'm trying to think of 90210. Different parents was in and out of each other's lives. Saved by the Bell. I'm trying to think of the shows that I grew up on around that time to get me to be like, wow. Like I was like so, like I was really curious and interested in like how does she feel? Like how do you feel? Like how does that feel? Like it was like what? Cause I'm like, my parents were, and she was like, they still, like, they've been together, like, they married, they've been, together, no divorce and getting back together, like, they're been married, live in the same household, but, and I mean, I thought, shoot, I don't know. I was like, girl, like, what? I probably was like, people like you out here as this, like, you got your parents that are together, like, you as this, like, oh my goodness, like, so yeah, so that was like, okay. But okay, so moving forward, friends, how many have I had them? Um, Growing up, I used to be moving. Well, we moved from place to place. We moved from place to place. Like I said, I feel like, how the military people, be like, yeah, my parents was in the military, so I'm used to moving to around different countries, different states, yada yada yada. My parents wasn't in no military, but we sure enough moved around a lot. We could have been up in that military. Shoot, military could have been us. Wink, wink. But I'm like, let me think, because now I gotta think about the places. So this is in Maryland. I did go to school in Danville, Virginia, Kentucky Elementary School in first grade, and not for the whole year. It wasn't the whole first year. Yeah, it wasn't the whole first year. I know, and that I was, man, it was me and this other black girl. I'm trying to remember some stuff about that. Yeah, it was in first grade. It was me and this other black girl, Kentucky Elementary School, and in Danville, Virginia. So we went. Well, people during that time. So I was in the first grade. What's that? 6 years old, 6 or so years old. So a lot of the people, they didn't look like me. As far as like my skin tone, it was a whole lot of white people now. So it was only me and the other black girl. Say her name was like Tiffany. I can't remember if that was her name 100%. That name just came to me. Say her name was Tiffany. My name is Demitra. So a lot of the kids couldn't pronounce my name. Sometimes I couldn't pronounce my name. I would stutter trying to say my name. So when people would try to pronounce it, it's like, okay, sure. Like me trying to correct them is like, can I even get my name out correctly? Like, but I knew my name, like I knew my name Demitra. I probably was saying, and I think at a point in time I was saying Demetria. Yeah, I was saying Demetria. Goodness. I think that's probably when I started out saying Demetria instead of Demitra. But I actually said Demetria a couple of times. Yeah, plenty of times. So that's probably what I was saying. But anyways, since a lot of the kids didn't know how to pronounce my name, or they just didn't want to say my name, or just thought my name was weird and was like, what kind of name is this? Demetra. Like, where are you from? And they're probably like, what? But anyways, um, so the kids, my classmates, instead of calling me Demetra, they would be like the other black girl. So I was known for being the other black girl because they knew how to say Tiffany name, her name. She was the black girl, me and her. But they knew how to say Tiffany, 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 yada, yada, yada. Come to me? No. So it was the other black girl. If they say I don't know. Yeah, they would be like other black girls. And then like I guess I would answer. I would be like, okay. But then for the people who know, like, man, I don't know. That was a time for me. I can't remember too much about that, but I remember I did have a crush on this boy named Lee. I think everybody probably had a crush on him, and I didn't even think I had a crush. I just thought he just looked nice. Like he. I mean, yeah, I guess he probably had a crush. I mean, he was a cute looking little 6-year-old boy. He had his hair curly up in the front with that blonde hair, like a lot of little curls. Like, yeah, his name was Lee, Lee. But anyways, yeah. So during that time, that was in what, first grade and kindergarten. Like I said, I ain't really had too many friends in kindergarten. I know that's when you go to school, you meet people, you do this and do that. But I was like still standoffish ever since I was young. Like my friends was my guides, my spirit guides. Those were like my friends. So when it comes to like, I mean, like I said, kindergarten, wow, yes, excited to be around other people, other kids and stuff like that. Cool, fine. But I was still like, maybe because I used to stutter. So that was like a major point of me of like just staying to myself because people would laugh. Like I would get frustrated. I would either be crying sometimes when I can't get a word out or a sentence out, and then it just like frustrates me, and I would just get to crying, and I'm just like I can't even like talk. It's like I want to talk or I'm saying something, but I don't want to stutter. I'm not trying to stutter and it be, man, like I don't open my mouth and be like, oh, I'm a stutter. Of course I don't want to stutter. I'm just like, let me just get this out. Let me just try. Let's just see what's going to happen. And if I stutter, I stutter. If I don't, I don't. But the times where I'm be like so serious or just want something to be said or something, for me to say something to be heard. And it's like mm. Mm-hmm. It's like, just say it. Let me just get it out. Yes, this is fine. But I'm not. But yeah. So anyways, and I remember in kindergarten, friends. Let me see. I mean, I guess everybody was considered friends in kindergarten because that's how we assume. Like in kindergarten, you just think that everybody that you play with, that you in a class with, is friends. So yeah, I'm gonna say everybody in my kindergarten class, Miss Marshall, Bradbury Heights, we all was friends. Whether we were friends or not, we were friends. Oh, but there's one particular. I would say this. I wasn't playing with them because I was still standoffish. This and that. So that's why I'm thinking friends. Those are my friends. You know what I mean? Even though I didn't have the same feeling like the Care Bears there with my classmates, but just one particular guy or boy. Oh my goodness. His I know his first name is Earl. I don't know his last name. Can't remember his last name. But and I think, mm, I just think that when he left, like he was a, if I want to say a best friend, like in kindergarten, Earl, Miss Marshall's class, Bradbury Heights, he was the, I'm using quotations, like the baddest boy in the classroom. He used to get in trouble all the freaking time, for something. And then, I'm shy, I'm quiet. I'm like the complete opposite. When I say the complete opposite, like the complete opposite. Like this boy was like, rah, 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 you know. But he knew how to listen. He can follow directions and stuff like that. Like me and him had conversations. Like I was I was only talking to him. And none of we be in school, I would be only talking to him, like literally. Like he would be the person that I would go to talk to. But if he's around other people, and like I said, he was bad, but he was also like popular in a sense. Like, duh, if he's bad, like everybody knew his name. Like, you know, uh, Earl at it again, or like the other teachers and like the classmates. Like, so everybody knew him. Like, he was popular. Because he kept being in trouble, quote unquote. I don't know. So, but we would have conversations. I would talk to him, even if it was one or two words, and then I didn't feel like, oh my goodness, he's cute. Oh my goodness, he's, or something like I didn't. I felt comfortable with him, and that was like something that I don't think I felt. It didn't feel weird because I wasn't thinking, oh, he's the baddest boy and I'm the goodest girl. Why am I talking to him? Like, no, it just felt comfortable. Like both of us just gravitated towards each other, and we were just like, hey, just talking. We wasn't talking all the time because he probably was in other parts of the classroom and stuff like that. But I know if I yeah, I would talk to him about some stuff. Like I would talk to him about some stuff that I experienced when I was in the house, at home or at the playground. Like I would tell him, what happened, and he would just talk to me, be like, well, Demitra, you maybe need to tell somebody, or maybe you should do this or something. So yeah, and I remember one time when we was outside. This is the day I got hit with the rock, or something hit me in my eye. Um, what eye it is? I think it was this one. What is this? My left. I think it was my left eye. But I know I'm outside for recess. This is recess. We outside kindergarten. So in back of the classroom, the back door of the classroom, not the one that go in the hallway. When you open the door, you in the hallway in the school. But we had a back door that led us out to, like, I guess the backyard, a playground and stuff like that for us little kids only. So it was another classroom that was right next to us. That's a pre-K kindergarten. Well, I guess kindergarten also, and they would come inside our classroom to use our door because they didn't have a door or something. Yeah, it was just a wall. Like they didn't have a door. It was just a window or something. But anyways, what I'm getting at is, it was kids at the playground, at the school playground. We out back, we playing and this and that. So I think I was probably playing tag or something. And I don't even think I was playing for real, for real. I don't even think I was playing. I don't know, but I know Earl. He always would be like if I'm sitting down on a bench by myself, he would come to the bench. He'd be like, "Are you okay? You okay, Demitra? You okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine." So I would just be like probably kicking a dirt, a rock or something with my shoe, like the ground, how you like swinging and you just got your foot on the ground, like doing this, and it's like leaving the path on the ground. So I probably was even doing that. I don't know, something. So he would come over and be like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like, come play. The kids, play. And I was just like, I just shake my head like, no. He was like, "Come on," He always would want me to join in, with the other people because it looked like I wasn't having fun. I'm at the playground while I'm just by myself. 5-year-old girl, just sitting there by herself on a bench or on a swing or just whatever. So, but I really wasn't by myself. But yeah. So wink wink. But anyways, I think this particular time he had came over, I was getting up to go to another area. Mind you, kids running around. So I don't know, just say like 30 kids, running around and the teachers at the doors, probably like three teachers or four teachers or whatever. So I think I'm running to go and go to like the swing or go to the other thing of the playground that I want to play with. But then there's a time when people run in and stuff like that, and then somebody thought I was playing, so they tagged me. Like whoever somebody tagged me was like, "Oh, you froze," and I was just like in my mind, and I did freeze, but I was like in my mind, like I'm not even playing. But at the same time, I'm like, "Who? I'm playing, but I'm not playing." You know what I mean? Like somebody actually tagged me, sort of made it so I am noticeable. I don't know. I can't explain it. It was just like I'm not playing, but the person who was it, or how I forgot how you play tag. Yeah, like only one person's supposed to tag and freeze. Yeah, like one person supposed. So the person who was it tagged me. It was like freeze. Whatever. You gotta freeze. So I'm like, oh, okay, the person noticed me or they thought I was playing. But that's good, and the person probably can kill less, maybe. But I wasn't thinking about that. I'm just thinking like, oh, they know who I am. They knew that I wasn't playing, so why would they tag me and say freeze? So it was just like, hmm. But then, of course, I was freezed up for a long time. I was freezed up for a long time. And then so I just started slowly, like just like moving slowly or whatever. And they was like, and that's when somebody want to notice. Oh, Demitra, are you playing? And I'm like, I was like, why you ask me? In my I remember that. I don't know who asked me, but I know as soon as I started like loosening up from being unfroze, because somebody want to ask me, am I playing the game? Like if I was playing, you see me froze. Why you ain't unfroze me? Like, come on now. I remember that. I was like in my mind, like, like goodness, what was you watching me? So if I did say I was playing, and then I unfroze myself, what would you would have been like? Oh, Demetra cheating, she can't play anymore. She like see me up there doing a mannequin challenge, and you just man, whatever. So, anyways, I was like, no, I ain't playing or whatever. So I'm walking to wherever I'm walking to. No, I think it was time to go in at this point. I think the teacher was like, time to go in. Everybody come on, time to go in, yada, yada, yada. But this was the same day as the freeze tag thing. So I'm walking, and all of I know, 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 but all that all that I know is that something hit me on the side, like right around this area, like not in front of my eye. It didn't come from the front, and I didn't get hit from the front. It was from the side that like hit, like it was from the side that hit my eye, the side of my eye, but like in the front. So it wasn't directly in the front. So I'm assuming a rock. That's That's all I'm assuming was a rock. I ain't had no glasses on. I ain't wear no glasses. I'm 5 years old in kindergarten class. Like, I'm cool, whatever. Something hit me, like I said, I'm assuming it was a rock, something heavy, something hard hit me. And I remember, like, going to the ground. Like, it was like, like going to the ground. And I'm like on the ground, like what? Like just like in a daze, like what the heck just happened? And my eyes was getting watery, like my eyes was like coming down, with liquid. So I'm still like on the ground. Say like you tying up your shoe or something like that or whatever. You going to the ground. So I'm happen to look up and it's sunny. It's bright outside. It's sunny, outside for recess and kids still going around. I'm like looking up because I'm thinking somebody about to come over, and that's what I felt like, somebody about to come over and be like, "Oh my goodness, are you okay?" Like, and that's what it felt like. So I'm like looking up because I did feel somebody like right there, like. So I'm like looking up, and then it was just like a sun. It was like I just seen this bright ass light, like what, and I could have sworn I seen a figure too, but it was like this dark outline figure, like a shadow kind of a thing. So I'm like, put my head back down because that sun was just like. So then I'm like, all right, let me get up. So I'm like, my nose started running, my eyes. So I'm like, all right, I got up. Why my eyes? It just seemed everything was like a blur. I kid you not, it would just seem like a blur. And then when I fell, yeah, also when I fell, when something, boom, hit me on the side of my eye, my hand, I still got the mark on my hand. My hand, I guess, hit the ground so bad that it's right here in the center. I mean, not even in the center, in the bottom part, right here. It was bleeding. It started to bleed. Now, mind you, I ain't know where the blood was coming from. I just know my whole freaking palm was bloody. My whole palm was bloody. So my hand hit something on the ground, or something was on the ground, just something happened, but my whole hand was just my whole right hand was bloody. I'm 6 years old. Something hit me inside of my head, where my eye, side of my head that went where my eye at, had me up on the ground, not like falling out on the ground, but like crouched up on the ground, like like I said, like you tying your shoe, like you just gotta go down and be like what? Still down, looking up, and I'm like, cause I felt somebody there, like looked up and seen the freaking shot. You know how you can't see the person's face, is like a shadow, so you can't really see how they look, or what it is, like a shadow, because the sun is like right there. So I'm like, it's something. And then so I'm like, all right, let me get up. Or does this person help me up? I can't even remember. But I know I had got up, and then everything was like blurry. And then like I'm like, cool, I ain't even noticed my hand was like bloody. I didn't notice that. Excuse me, I ain't even noticed that. So then I'm like, all right. And I'm just thinking like, all right, should I go tell a teacher? Cause, and then I'm thinking like, did somebody see what happened? Like I ain't even know what happened. And I'm just thinking about my eye. Like I ain't even really knew about my hand yet. Like my hand wasn't even really, whatever. It was just more so like, damn, my freaking head. So I'm like, did anybody see that? Did any of the kids see that? Like who? I'm thinking like, who the word threw that rock? So I'm like sitting. That's what it was. It wasn't even time to go back in. I'm sitting. I went back to the bench, and I'm like literally like scoping, and things was getting blurry. Like I'm literally like looking at kids' hands, and like, okay, do that kid know me? Is this part? I'm looking at somebody that can even look kind of suspicious to be like somebody threw the rock at me. Who throwing rocks? Through that? I'm just like looking, looking, looking. So I'm just like, what the heck? But and I'm thinking my eyes was getting blurry because my eyes was watery. So that's what I'm thinking, like my eyes blurry, because I had to keep rubbing my eye because my eye kept getting watery or whatever. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. I still don't know what happened. Who threw the rock? Was it a rock? Did it come from someplace else? Like where? Like who just freaking hit me? Like banged something, did something that hit me on the side. Man, and have my freaking eye like it was just, man. So anyway, so normally after recess we all go wash our hands and go to the bathroom. So that's what we did, and after that it's nap time. So when I'm washing my hand, it was some dirt and some stuff on my hand. I noticed like, oh, okay, bleeding a little bit, whatever, nothing. Me high tolerance to pain level. I don't even think it was hurting. So was this the same day? I don't know, but I'm getting back to Earl. I was saying all this story to what Earl is. I mean, my hand was starting to bleed. My course is a 5-year-old palm hand, so it wasn't this big. It was a 5-year-old palm hand. So we it's nap time. Nap time, during nap time, Miss Marshall will be like, everybody, y'all done went to the bathroom, y'all washed your hands, y'all did this, everything is nap time, lay on y'all carts, and don't ask me no questions. Everybody done went to the bathroom, everybody, whatever. So the lights be off, and I think she played, I don't even think nothing be on. I don't know, but I know she be at her desk in front of the window, where the window be behind her, and she be, in front of the desk, and she be looking at, grading papers or doing something at the desk. So anyways, we laying on our carts and stuff. So me and Earl, we laying next to each other. Like we near each other. We next to each other, but we not head to head. We like, I don't know, stomach the head or something. I don't know, something like that. But I know, I was showing him my hand, like I was trying to get his attention, showing my hand. So anyways, he got his attention. He was, looking at my hand, or he seen it. He was like, "Tell the teacher." And I was like, "Mm-mm." I'm shaking my head like, "Mm-mm, Maya, you ain't want to like get up and talk and let people know." So this is about my hand. So I don't even know, was it actually the same thing about my eye, because I would have, and either way, I probably still wouldn't have said nothing like, "Oh," because I'm just thinking like, who am I supposed to tell? Oh, teacher, something hit me in my eye. I guess I could have went to the nurse, but me being shy, that's like, okay, I gotta walk down the hallway by myself. I gotta talk to somebody else. I gotta let them know. I gotta explain to them. That means I gotta try to get it out and talk and tell them what happened. And it was just like, I ain't telling nobody, because it's too much freaking going to this person telling them what happened, and then they're gonna come in and have somebody else be like, she said that something was some kids throwing rocks outside. What teacher was outside with you? Like, gonna be asking me questions, and I'm just like, ugh. So, anyways, he was telling me, Earl was telling me, like, you have to tell the teacher, raise your hand, tell Miss Marshall. And I'm like, mm-mm. I'm like, no, no, So then every so often, like, somebody randomly would, like, raise their hand, and Miss Marshall would be like, such and such, put your hand down, And then somebody would be like, I gotta go to the bathroom. No, you don't. You just went. I gotta go get, no, you don't. Hold it, or something. Now, if that little kid asks like another time, a couple of minutes later, then she would probably be like, okay, go to the bathroom. And if the other people who just want to raise their hand and be like, I think I said, and Miss Marshall will be like, it's no sense for y'all to be raising your hand. Y'all, went to the bathroom, y'all wash your hands, like that's the main thing. Taking out, make sure you go to the bathroom because you don't want no accidents. What else are you raising your hand for? You shouldn't be raising your hand for nothing. So so anyways, and Earl, he would be one of the people, like I said, he always be raising his hand just to raise it, because he was that quote unquote bad little boy in the class. So like I said, just stay we like near each other. So he was like, Demitra, tell Miss Marshall. I'm like, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. So then he raised his hand. He said, well, I'm gonna tell her. So and I was like, mm-mm, like, no. But he raised his hand, and he was like, he raised his hand, and Masha was like, oh, put your hand down. And he was like, but she's like, nope, nope, put your hand down. And so then he didn't say anything. So I was like, okay, cool. So he was like, Demetra, you better raise your hand and tell her, you need to go to the nurse or something. Your hand is bleeding. So like I said, by this time my palm was bleeding now. It wasn't even like the sore. It was like blood was like, you know, everywhere now, and I'm thinking I'm patting it, trying to stop it from, I don't know. But but I don't know. So he was like, "Go, raise your hand." So then I raised my hand. So Miss Marsha was like, "Put your hand down." Like she ain't even say my name. She's like, "Put your hand down." And I don't even know, if somebody else raising their hand too. I don't know, but I put my hand down. So he was like, and then so he was like, "Do it again." And I was just like, "Oh my goodness!" So now I put my hand back up, and then here goes Miss Marshall, Demitra, push your hand down. So then, I would never have my hand up. I like, no, I don't want no attention on me. So even with her saying Demitra, I heard like some of my classmates like, "Huh, Demitra, what? Demitra had her hand up. What? You know." the ones that was still up, because some kids, they be right out. You put that cot out and that blanket, they shoot. Don't get me wrong, that happened to me a couple of times too, but goodness. But I heard, my classmates, Demitra. So I'm like, all right. So in my mind, I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like I just heard my name, people saying my name. I'm hearing my name. So I'm saying this in my mind. So then Earl was like, Demisha, he was like, like saying it. And then I think he raised his hand up again. And then Miss Marsha was like, Earl, put your hand down. And he was like, but Demetra got to tell you something or something. Did he say that I have to say something? I don't, I don't know, but I know I raised my hand up with the blood on it this time. I raised my hand up, and then yeah, I think that's what happened. I had raised. He was like, "Go ahead, do it again." So I think both of us raised our hand up, and then yeah, both of us raised our hand up at the same time. He was like, "Come on, just raise your hand." And I raised the hand that got the blood on it, thinking, she can see it. It's more easier. Hey, whatever. So she was like, Earl, put down your hand in. And then she was like, and then Earl was like, but Demitra hand bleeding, something. So they were like, Demitra hand. And that's when she got up. And then, but yeah, something like that. Because she was about to tell me to put my hand down too. Or, who knows? She probably was about to ask me, Demitra, what's going on? Or I don't know. But I think he did say that. That's when both of us raised our hand. And I raised my bloody hand, of course. And then she was like, Earl, push your hand down. And that's when he was like, but Demitra hand is bleeding, I think that's what happened. But I don't know. But that was one of that moment. I'm just like, I don't know. He was like my motivation person. Like, hey, come on, join in with the fun. Or Demetra, hey, you need to speak up for yourself. Hey, Demetra, let the teacher know. So of course, Miss Marshall came over, looked at my hand, washed it, and gave me a band-aid or whatever. I don't think I went to the nurse. She just gave me a band-aid. And that was it. And asked me what happened. I was like, I fell. Where you fall? Pointing. I used to point a whole lot. So it started talking. But but yeah, I still feel it now. So it was like, yeah, something happened. But anyways, but Earl then oh my goodness. And then we took this test. This is in kindergarten. We took this test, and mind you, the baddest boy in the classroom with the goodest girl, So I remember hearing, teacher was like, pair them up together, this and that. Maybe the goodness can rub off on him. And then a teacher was like, yeah, well, maybe he might rub his badness off on her. Then Demisha might start acting up. But they were just like, no, Demisha can handle it. She ain't gonna, Demisha too good. She's not gonna start acting bad, quote unquote. But shoot, I tell you, I wasn't, but my acts were. I wasn't, but my acts were like I wasn't a bad person. Like I still remained myself, but I would start doing some stuff that wasn't right, that wasn't good. Okay, I done stole like the scholastic stuff. One of my classmates, and I already done apologized. Like I'm so sorry for this, but I done took his stuff. Oh my goodness. I done took his little poster board card thing with the markers. I done did that. I done took somebody's bookmark and accidentally put it underneath my daggone coat or hat in the room. And I was just took it just I knew they was gonna find it somewhere, but they did something to me or said something. I was just like I was just not nice or did something, so came in the room, took their bookmark, and then just was walking down, then just wanted to hit it somewhere, and then I freaking hit it underneath. Like what are the odds of had it underneath my coat and stuff like that? I'm like, it was just want to be a random person's coat, you know. Because they ain't gonna know nothing about it. Far as like, oh my goodness, what is this? Oh, how I get here? But that was after Earl left, and that's is like I think I already know that that played like a major part of my friendships with people starting off in kindergarten, because like I said, he was like the only one that I would be talking to, like that would be there, that wouldn't mind talking to me, that would just come over randomly. Hey, Demetra, you good? Hey, Demetra, like just to say hi, And like I said, he had friends, the classmates, but so like I said, he wasn't like a bad bully. He wasn't a bully. I'm put that out there. He was not like no bully. He was just somebody that would like would just be like, can you just be quiet? Like I don't know, like no, he wasn't a bully though. So, but he was. But anyways, so one day, and we always be like, all right, see you later, or see you tomorrow, or something. We always, when the weekend come, we know the weekend's 2 days, and we know we would see each other the next day. So that was like the routine, So we always would be like, see you later, or bye or something, when we after school, when school is letting out. So my he like I said, he was like my true friend, my true friend. So one day, he ain't show up at school, and I'm like, all right, that happens. People don't show up at school. One day I did it a time or two, didn't come to school that day. Second day, still didn't show up. So I'm like, all right. And I think once that third day, it's like once that third day happened and I didn't see him, it was like, where's my friend? Yeah. Because I was like, where is my friend? I didn't know. Don't have nobody phone numbers back then. This is like the 80s, like what, 88 now, 87, 88, I don't know. But I was like, where is he at? And of course, I didn't ask the teacher, like, where's Earl? Or I didn't, it's like, I ain't asked nobody. Like, I ain't even see him no more. So I don't even know what happened to him. I don't even know what happened to him. And the funny thing about it is, I'm gonna say a week before the last time that I seen him, he normally ride the bus. I think he normally ride the bus, and I was a walker. I walked home, so they let the bus people go first, or his mom pick him up, something. But I know he wasn't a walker. He wasn't a walker. I know that much. Or didn't live where the area where we lived at. Where I lived at the time. So one day, like I'm saying, a week before the last time I seen him, I'm in a house, and I know that this happened unless this was a vision, but I'm in a house, in my bedroom, and we lived on the bottom floor, and the bottom floor is like the people. You have to like the people from the outside. I guess that's how it always is. I guess the people from the outside got to stoop down, and you can see, the people on the bottom floor or whatever. So, anyways, but me just standing up, I can like get on my tippy toes a little bit and see outside, or just see outside, whatever. So, I remember looking outside. Oh no, somebody was knocking on the window, and this was, I don't even know. This was weird. I remember I was playing in the mirror or doing something, and I was the only one in my room. I was the only one in the bedroom at the time. And it was afternoon time, sunny, bright. I don't know what day of the week this was, but it was sunny and bright or whatever. Somebody knocking on the window, this and that, got the blinds open, looked up who it is, and it was Earl. No, it wasn't Earl. It was my cousin. It was my boy cousin. Me and him like the same age. He a couple of months younger than me. No, well, he a few months younger than me. And he was born in December. I was born in August. September, October, November. Yeah, 4, 5, whatever. 4 or 5 months younger than me. But he was knocking on the window thing. So, and he I'm thinking he at home, like my cousin at home, like I don't know something, but it was just I don't know. Thinking about it now, it was just like weird how it happened or what happened. He's knocking on the window, so I'm like looking up, and then he was like, "Hey, hey," and I'm like, "It's my cousin." So I'm like, "Hi, how you doing?" He was like, "Yeah, somebody want to see you," and I'm like, "Oh, who want to see me?" Like who is it? So then here go Earl coming from the side, so I could see him, and I'm like, "Oh, hi." So I remember I'm just like smiling, like, "Hi," and this is like before he left. This isn't like after I haven't seen him in a while. This is like a week before he left, or like something. Yeah, I think yeah. Wait. Let me talk it out. Let me see. So I'm like, "Hi," waving and smiling and stuff. So he was like, "All right." Something like I gotta take him home. Something. And then some was like, "You coming outside, or you want to come outside, or something about can I go outside, or what are you doing, or I see you at school, or something, something like that." But I don't even know, was I talking or was this telepathically, something like that. But I remember my cousin came was knocking on the window. I seen him, and I was just like, "Oh, hi!" And he was like, "Somebody want to see you." Earl came out from like the side view, and we like, "Hey," talking, and I think it was something about outside, like, yeah, like, "Oh, I want to go outside," or "No, stay inside," or "Hey, you want to come outside?" And I was like, "Oh, no," or "Okay, gotta go," like something. But all I know is, they was like, "All right, I gotta take him back home." I got my cousin was like, "Okay, I gotta take him back home." So I was like, "Okay, we'll see you, see you at school." Yeah, I was like, "See you at school." So they left. So I remember looking out the other window, like going to the side, and it's weird because I don't even think that view. No, probably was looking out the same window, but I can see them walking up the hill, because it was like a slight hill. So I'm inside my bedroom, and I'm looking out the window, and off to the side, that view, I could see, the hill, like it's a street, like a street that go up and down. And they was walking up the sidewalk to go up the street, to the crosswalk. Ooh, okay. We're going up. See, and I don't even know about that, but I'm like, I could have sworn I seen Earl like the not yeah, like the next day or 2 days later. Yeah, and then after that, that was probably the last time I seen him. Because I know I didn't ask him like, "Oh yeah, how do you know my cousin?" And I didn't even ask my cousin about this. Like, hey, that's what I probably can ask him and be like, "You remember Earl? What was his last name? Do you remember him?" And that's probably what I need to do. But I know, yeah, I think I seen him like once or twice after that, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't, and that was it. But I know once he left, like, yeah, I did some not so good things. It was just like, nah. But having him being my only true friend at that time, somebody that I could only talk to, it was just like him just leaving without saying goodbye or without saying, "Hey, I gotta, I see you later," or my parents were like something. And him just like up and just leaving. Oh my goodness. Alright, so, but anyway, like, having just him, him just up, just leaving, and me, and like I'm just like not even know what's going on. Like, is he coming back? Am I ever going to see him again? Didn't ask Atisha, didn't ask anybody. Like, I don't think she gave us no update. So it's like he just like just disappeared. And I'm like, who am I supposed to talk to now? Like, whatever I'm going through at home or outside of the school, like, who am I supposed to tell to? Who am I supposed to talk to? Man, ain't nobody talk to tell like what's going on with me, what's happening or what I seen. It was just like wow. And my thing is like that's why I don't think like far as friends go, I'll be like, and then we started moving around. Like my family, we started moving around. I went to so many different schools, and I'm just like, what's the whole point of trying to start have a connection with somebody when you know they just going to up and leave, or when you know you're just going to up and leave? And I think that was like my whole thing. Like after Earl, like I'm just like, I mean, I mean, I don't know. And then it's so weird. I think I probably need to heal or I'm not healed from it because even when I talk about even when I talk about this to myself, like just me talking to myself about remembering Earl, like something come up and I'm just remembering him or just remembering how like the friends and or just kindergarten. And I think about him and I'm just get emotional when I be thinking about it. And I'm just like, that happened when I was 5 years old. Why am I still, you know, with him leaving? Why am I still emotional with him leaving? Like that happened when I was 5. But I'm like, I know it plays a part in how I am now with I guess people or how people are with me or just something. I don't know. Mm. And that's when I'm like, I it seemed like people just grow apart, but me like him, I mean, it was just like unexpectedly. I don't know. So if you out there, so, I mean, don't know your last name, but I mean, I don't know if you even remember me, but if you do, oh my goodness, that'll be like, man, like tell me what you remember about me. And be like, shoot, this girl used to stutter bad. She'd be a fast reader, and that was something that I was. I was a fast reader. I would finish my work so freaking fast. We would have to read some stuff or answer some questions or do triangle circles, whatever. Read the sentence, put the missing word in. Yes, we was reading. I was reading at the age of 5. Like I was reading at the age of 5. So, and I used to read fast because if I don't, I would start stuttering. So it would be like, and then, we would have to touch the word, as we would say it. If we had to pronounce it out, we would drag our finger, cross the word and pronounce it out, and then touch the word as we reading it. So I would be like, my finger just going about. And then so I won't stutter. And here go the teacher, Demitra, you gotta slow down. And I'm looking at my classmates. We in a little circle, and I'm just looking at them in my head like, how hard is it for y'all to move y'all finger across the damn paper, like across the sentence? Like y'all understood what I'm saying. They just wanted to hear me stutter so they can start laughing. Like goodness. But anyways, let me get off this. Go check on my baby. So, yeah, that's about it. I might come back on here. I might not. I don't know. But yeah. So I will hit X. Are you sure? Yes.